Okay, hey guys, if you're checking this out, you might want to know what's going on. So this is my first time trying this whole fair use, kind of re-reporting news and all this stuff. So the links to Philip Defranco show is in the comments, as well as what was his name? the guy that talks about magic. Oops, I am not well prepared. If you've watched me before, you know I'm never well prepared. But anyways, the guy he talks about, the guy he interviews or has a conversation with about magic is like like a pro magic player guy, and he knows a lot about magic. But since magic is also ran or owned by Hasbro, they have been giving it like the Transformer treatment lately, and so I don't have time or resources to do a lot of research and to put together a good educated argument, because I'm trying to educate educate the youth of America, and take care of my family, whatever. These guys are big YouTube celeb people with money and resources and staff. So I've tried to make these arguments before online. It's met with really big resistance. So if this kind of upsets you and you're like, just buy the damn toys, it's first world problems, definitely at its finest. But they make you a lot of good solid points in here I want to touch on, because it can, and I feel like does, relate to Transformer community with Hasbro and how things have been going over the past couple of years. Gradually we are getting up to this point to where like I'm better financially than I have ever been. And then the economy is like, let's get you back to where you were in like '05. And I'm like, so I put together some really important clips that this video that Philip DeFranco dropped on Monday talked about. Hopefully I'm within my fair use. So if you're watching this, I guess I am. I hope we could take a nice discussion from this and maybe move forward as a community and just like have better conversations, more intelligent conversations than me going, hey, you just bought that toy for $25. I understand you want to make a couple bucks. I'm more than willing to pay double for compensation and stuff like that. And instead of getting harassed by 4 people threatening messages in my Facebook inbox after I make that comment, I feel like we need to be a little bit more kinder to each other, I guess, and more understanding. Everyone comes from different walks of life. Everyone makes different amounts of money, and I see people, they're like, oh, I'm so sorry for asking. I'm so sorry. I'm very sorry. But does anyone? I'm so sorry. But does anyone? I'm sorry again. Have this toy? I'm so sorry for asking. It gets kind of wild, and I'm not just talking about Transformer fans. I'm talking about like a lot of fandoms I've seen and been part of before. We just all need to, if we're all part of a fandom, we all need to, come together as kind of this weird, unconnected family, and enjoy what we enjoy and talk about it. Because in my house, I'm the only one. I might get to see my friends every now and then, might get to do a video stream with them every now and then, but that's my Transformer fans, or my Transformer friends, or my friends that are Transformer fans as well. My friends I had for a very long time, they like Transformers. They know I love Transformers, but I could go apart the first 100 pages of the Covenant of Primus with them, and they're gonna be like, So, but my friends that are Transformers fans as well, they're like, oh yeah, duh, that's why Primus did that. But anyways, enough of me ranting. We're gonna get onto this, and let's see what you guys think about it.
Can a company put out too much of a good thing?
Okay, is that true? Can a company put out too much of a good thing? I do think so. Again, lately, actually when Siege came out, the price, it wasn't the biggest price raise, but price raise along with bam, 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 bam. I quit Transformers for 6 months and focused on my Mega Man stuff. So yeah, in my opinion, yes, they can put out too much of a good thing.
To reach out to Brian Lewis, better known as the professor from the YouTube channel Tolarian Community College. Number 1.
Tolarian Community College. Okay, cool. The professor. So, as you can see, it's from his nice little clean little office. Has a little bit of magic things here and there. I like. You can't really fill up a whole room with bookcases of magic cards. I mean, you can, but it wouldn't look the best. So, yeah, no, I'm digging his aesthetic.
is there's too many products, too much oversaturation. This means that players can't savor the flavor, which used to be a catchphrase.
So, too many products, oversaturation. The Magic the Gathering's catchphrase was "You cannot savor the flavor," and I think that also applies for Transformers. It's like, okay, these 3 things came out. They're really good, awesome characters I absolutely love, and I know everyone else loves them, and they're gonna be on the hunt. Like Cosmos, 1 per package. Come on, but that's a good example because everyone's after him, either to have him in their collection, so they could be like, oh, I have him. He's in the show. I have a display with the cast of that specific season. And then you got people that can't find it because that one guy keeps on hitting up the Walmart or Target or whatever's in their area, buying it and throwing it on eBay for $80. So we're focused on that, but we got to do these other things. And then something might come out that might sell out on HasLab, or not HasLab, but Hasbro Pulse, and you're like, oh my gosh. And then you got Target specials, and oh my gosh, I don't have a red card. And like one of my really good friends, he helps me out with that because he has a red card. I don't have a red card. My bank won't hook up to a red card. So,
of Magic the Gathering. It's too much coming out too fast. I think number 2 is definitely cost of accessing the gameplay.
Okay, so too much too fast, which definitely is agreeable with Transformers. I feel like they've been doing that a lot lately. I feel like in the past month and a half or so, it's slowed down, but maybe I'm just like slowing down myself. But what did he say?
Accessing the gameplay.
I mean, you got players from
accessing the game.
So, anyways, yeah. So accessing the gameplay. Okay. So kind of what I talked about Cosmos. You want to complete your cast of your favorite season, or maybe that's your favorite character. You can't access that. It's behind, these websites that get sold out super quick because a bajillion people are on it. And then, you can't go to a store because you live in a big area and you got all these people wanting to resell it and all that stuff. So yeah, access it's very hard. I've considered myself lucky with a few things I got. I just happened to go to a Walmart I haven't been to lately, the other month. And, I was with my friends, and, me and my friends, we've been friends since we were like in 8th grade. Now we're adults, but I've had a habit of always going to the toy section in Walmart first thing when we went to enter, and that's kind of what we did. And bam, there he was. I was so lucky to find him. I haven't opened them yet, but I was so lucky to find them. So there's that.
Play.
I mean, you got players from every socioeconomic background saying there's just too much shit to buy.
Okay, now here's the part that I see a lot in our community. You got people that knew what they wanted to do when they were in high school, unlike me. They went to college, they got their degree, they got their job, they got their money, and they're set. It took me a long time to figure out what I wanted to do. I've been through you could kind of say I've been through 4 majors trying to find myself and figure out what I want to do, because I like a lot of stuff, but then I'm like, do I really want to do this? Or, I have to move to this state to do really good, or whatever. Kind of same with my major right now, but I kind of want to move back home, so whatever. But anyways, as you can see this chart, it looks like it started off in 93, a couple sets a year, and then this year to 22, that's us, that's 2022. It says in the bottom, they say it, there's been 48 releases, and we've been through, we're on week 48 right now, I think, of the year, and it's 1 release per week. Now, they haven't gone that hard with Transformers because it's a little bit more harder to manufacture than playing cards, but damn.
Here are Magic's releases since the game came out. This year alone saw a dramatic spike of more than 1 new product or set of cards being released every single week.
Now, if that was Transformers, and if they ever did that, I would probably just die of a heart attack and be like, I'm done. I'll spend, I'll just take that, $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, $6, $7, $800, whatever I spend. Not that much. Oh my gosh. Well, when I get a super good career, or when I get my super good career and make good money, I won't spend $800 a month on Transformers. But if it ever came to new releases every week and it just got too much for me, I would just be like, okay, I'm going to shift to third party, can get what I need, and call it a day.
For many, adding insult to injury, the quality of the cards also is heavily decreased.
Okay, quality there too. We have one of my friends posted in our group. I talked about it in my last video. His Kingdom Cyclonus is yellowed. Kingdom Cyclonus has no white on him, but the gray has started yellow. It's crazy, the quality, and I get it. You know, it's I don't want to say, oh, it's a product of the times. It's like you're exchanging your time, your labor for this money, and you're exchanging that money for something that makes you happy, right? So you're exchanging your time, your life, in order to gain something that makes you happy, and you want it to last at least for a little bit, right? So yeah.
Like, here are Magic deleting many fans to have this sense of like, what's the point of buying this if it's literally just a worse product? Deleting.
All right, so what's the point of buying this if it's the worst product? You know, a lot of people are like, there's so many gaps, thin plastic, it's yellowing, stuff like that. Like, yeah, okay, you know, it's not all the product, it's not the whole line, and they do eventually fix it. But you know, if they just start pumping things out faster and less concerned about quality and more quantity, I could see it getting there. Not really bad like this, but you know.
Many fans of product fatigue that we saw when looking.
I like the word he uses. Words. He uses product fatigue. When I took that 6 months off when Siege first hit, I had product fatigue. I loved the fandom. Man, it's been a part of my life ever since I could remember. Blockbuster, I would always rent. If they didn't have the 86 movie, I would rent the episode tapes and watch those and watch the 86 movie a bajillion times. So yeah.
Into the story,
they do have a fatigue. They've had a fatigue for a long time. We've all been talking about this because at the end of the day, you know, in some ways it's a better sign that you have Magic players complaining than Magic players not complaining.
Okay, so when you do see people complain, again, a lot of people, and I get the defensiveness of it all. It's like, oh, but this is my fandom too, and why do you speak bad of it? Because it's a part of you, and maybe, you know, some point in your life that Transformers was maybe all you had, or maybe the best part that, you know. One moment. Had to shush the family for a second. But yeah, I mean, this could have been something that, you know, heck, maybe you found. Maybe you're going through a crappy time in your life and you're like, oh, that's a character I used to like as a kid. You buy a toy, put it on your desk. You're like, oh man, this feels great. And you keep on going, and now your office looks like mine.
Because not complaining is we're just going to go play a different game like, you know, Digimon or Flesh and Blood or whatever. But Magic players complaining is I'm passionate about this game. I want it to be better. I'm upset about the direction. Magic
I think at the end of the
okay, I'm upset at the direction. Again, you're kind of not giving your life, but a part of your life, that work and the money exchange and all that kind of stuff. If see, my brain does this whole on the fence thing. One side's like, hey, first world problem, suck it up. You got the money to buy it. You could buy it. You're lucky, right? And then the other part's like, well, you know, if I'm exchanging my life, my time, my hard-earned money for this, I want it to be good, right? I think that's fair enough.
day, you know, this is a business. Here's the thing. At the end of the day, you know, this is a business.
Okay, that repeated. Anyways, yeah, it is a business at the end of the day, and they can do whatever the heck they want. Just, you know what? There are people that are just moving to Masterpiece, or not Master. Yeah, there's some people that are moving to Masterpiece, and that comes out slow enough to where they could be like, okay, every couple months I could dump, you know, $100 to $500. Great, get that one character. It looks amazing. Or third party again, you know, they can move on. Can I do that at this point in my life? Nah. What's it called? Chug. I'm more of a chug guy, but like lately I've been getting lucky with some stuff. Some friends been helping me out and stuff like that, so really appreciative of that.
Here's the thing. At the end of the day, this is a business. Here's the thing. At the end of the day, this is a business. Here's the thing. At the end of the day, this is a business. Here's the thing. At the end of
oh my God. So I'm using there we go. I'm using Canva, and I'm new to it. So my apologies for that. Or maybe it's a sign. It's like, hey, hammer it in your head. It's just a business. They're doing what they need to do to make their money so they can pay their employees, so they can buy the things they need or want.
Corporations are going to corporation, right? But
Corporation is going to corporation. Yes, sir.
There's a point where it's like, whoa, take it down a notch.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. Take it down a notch. Give us a break. Give us a break to breathe a minute. We're humans. We're not purchasing robots. Well, we are purchasing robots, but we are not personally robots that make purchases.
Just at least let us play the game and enjoy the game, and that's
let us play the game and enjoy the game. Yes, my camera is doing. Oh my God, that's weird. Okay, so yeah, let's enjoy it. Give me a set of 5-6 figures. Heck, every 6 weeks. No, every 2 months. Give me a couple figures every 2 months. I could do that. Let me enjoy it, transform it for a little bit, sit on my shelf, play with my kids, stuff like that. Then I'll go about and buy more. I won't complain.
Seems to be an afterthought in so much of what this company does now. Companies.
Okay, so that's it for the clips that interest me, and I feel like also speaks to my camera's doing a weird thing, so my avatar's gonna look a little weird. Oh gosh. But yeah, I feel like that speaks to the Transformer community as well. And, I started seeing that with their Power Rangers set. Every now and then they would come out with some cool Power Rangers. But, like, there's a time a couple months ago, it was like, boom, 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 boom. Every week or every other week. Knew this, knew that. And I thought about getting Power Rangers to get, like, the classics Power Rangers and have them with, like, my old Zords and make it look, like, really cool. But yeah, that kind of deterred me for a little bit. I think they slowed down now, honestly, or it just seems like they slowed down now. So yeah, but if you stuck through this whole 17-minute video with my kids screaming in the background, tell me what you think. Heck, share it with your friends. Have a good conversation with it, because at the end of the day, if we're more educated before we go to bed, we're smarter. And if we're smarter, we can make better decisions. If we can make better decisions, we can have a better life. If we have a better life, we can have a better world. Sorry, I'm kind of on a rant. I had to. I had some students today. They're really smart, and I just felt like I needed to give them that kind of a talk too. And I guess it's stuck with me. So, anyways, thank you for watching. If you have watched this long, so hopefully this video stays up as fair use. And whether it be day or night, have a good day and have a good night. And I'll catch you guys later. Thank you for watching. Bye.